The night of the murder. It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight. Yup. I was in the restaurant where I rent boats as usual. Then I heard a bang. Yup. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore, and a man walks by my window. Very well. I'd like to begin the cross-examination. There is nothing to question in my witness's testimony. Ergo, no need for a cross-examination. Besides, there are only 10 seconds left before our 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict now. Yes. Mr. Wright? Cross-examine, please. What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness. Very well. You may begin. Excuse me? Mr. Von Karma? 3 minutes just passed. I see. Well then, let's just take our time. You may cross-examine the... Well, you didn't beat your timer. We're just gonna keep going and take our time now. Alright, so the only weird thing I can think of right now is the fact that he said it was after midnight. But we have a photo from Lada showing that the first shot, there was one shot that happened before midnight. But then again, there was no one on the boat, because when he does look outside, there are people out on the boat. But something happened earlier where there was a shot. Before. Then there's the one shot, and then the second shot, which is weird. Press. Just after midnight, you say? Oh, yup, just around then. Are you sure? Pretty sure, yep. When I talked to you yesterday, you were rather vague about the time. I'm surprised you seem so sure about it today. I wonder if he was coached. I asked him and he remembered. Isn't that right? Don't glare at me like that. I remembered it clearly, I did. Yup. You see? Continue. I was in the restaurant where I rent boats as usual. Don't think I need to press on that. And where did the bang seem to come from? This man falls asleep so fast. From the lake, I figure. Are you certain? Yup. Good. Continue. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. Was there someone in the boat? It was pretty far out there. I couldn't see clearly. But I figure there was 2 men out there. Yup. But you couldn't see them clearly. Yup. At the time, that is. At the time? Then I heard another bang. So you heard 2 gunshots total? Yup. That's what Lotta said in her testimony yesterday. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window. By your window? Yep, by my window. Right outside the window of my little shack. And could you see the man's face? Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him. This is a rather important detail. Please add it to your testimony. Tusk, tusk, tusk. I have a bad feeling about this. That man was the defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead. Are you sure? Uh-oh. Dad! Dead certain, Keith! He said, I can't believe he's dead, as he was walking by, too. Wow. Witness, are you sure that the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth? It was him! That Edgeworth boy! Wow! This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt. Von Karma. He lured me into cross-examining so he could set me up for a fall. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Nick, I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us. Better act quick. This trial is going to be over. Your Honor, we proved in yesterday's court that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun. Did we? Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun? And the photograph showing a man firing with his left hand? Exactly. That is easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. You are ignoring the truth of the matter here. Everything in the witness's testimony is true. The judge is lost in thought. What should I do? Let's do a save from here. Raise an objection. Your Honor, this witness claims that Edgeworth said, I can't believe he's dead. But his word is all we have. If he were telling a lie, what I'm thinking... So, we pretty much believe Edgeworth is not a killer, right? I'm pretty sure, or else I'm not sure how he would be advancing in the series and all that. But... I wonder if he did say those words like, I can't believe he's dead. It could reasonably figured that he's saying that because he generally he can't believe the guy's dead. Because he might not have fired a single shot at all, but somehow the man has a gunshot wound and falls to his death. So, of course, if you're stunned, like, standing there knowing you didn't fire a single shot at that person, but all of a sudden there are bangs going off, and the guy appears to be shot and falls in front of you, you would be stunned. And I think you would mutter to yourself, like, I can't believe he's dead, because that wasn't an outcome you were expecting. That's a possible way of looking at that quote he said. But what bothers me most is that Edgeworth won't fucking say anything. Like, he won't talk to us and be like, hey, this is my point of view. This is what I experienced, what happened. I don't understand why I wonder why that conversation is not being had. Why are we not talking to Edwards going, yo, what's your point of view of what happened? Can you explain what you saw, what you perceived? And then we would have more information to work with. But no, they don't do it. So we're just going in blind in court. And Edward is just like, well, I guess I'll be found guilty. It's just, I don't understand this. Mr. Wright, in a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently, you have yet to realize even this basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof. Nick, do we have evidence? It's no good. There's nothing I can do. Well, okay. So I think we're gonna think with Lotta's picture that shows nothing on the lake. We might need to initially think that that's the first of the two shots, even though it doesn't make sense right now. Cause I keep thinking back to that gun saying it had 3 shots that were fired, right? It said this. Fired 3 times. What if, and then Lotta said she heard 2 shots, and he said he heard 2 shots. What if the first shot was this, no, not that. The one that happened before midnight. Second lake photo. This says it was taken before midnight, and there was nothing on the lake. So what if this was the first shot? The second shot was either this is the second or third shot. I want to believe it's the third shot and there's a second shot that's missing. Or this is the second shot and the third shot wasn't captured. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Are you sure? To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore. Please. Can you hear me, sis? Please. I need your help. Nick needs you. Tisk, tisk, tisk. 3 minutes was perhaps too high an expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record. Enough. The witness may leave the stand. And he's asleep on the floor. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial, nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. What? No! Humph. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. I failed? The accused will surrender to the court. I failed! I don't think this is supposed to happen. If I did this right. Shit. I mean, that's why I make multiple saves, but let's see how this plays out. The accused will surrender to the court immediately, to be held pending trial at a high court within a month from today's date. That is all. The court is adjourned. Is it gonna give me a game over or anything? No. Wait! Who was that just now? Me! I don't know. Me! Whoever me is. Huh? Wah! Larry? The fuck, Larry? What are you doing? What are you doing here? Listen, you gotta listen to me. I was there in the park the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday. But today I remembered it. Remembered what? The gunshot. I heard it too. Oh, is this when he was out on the boat? Order! What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment. One moment, Mr. Von Karma. So, you say you heard a gunshot? Yeah, I did. A gunshot. That night. I was sitting here in the audience, listening to the testimony. Then I realized something he said was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy a murderer. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify. Order! Order! Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed. Judge, you've already given your decision. The trial is over. Nick, this is it. Larry's given us one final chance at this. She's right. If only it wasn't Larry. He could make things even worse. Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nick. Doesn't get any worse. You're right. Okay. Your Honor, if there is another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now. A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned. He's gonna allow it. Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard. What is this? I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. Excuse you, ma'am. Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now. What? The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness. Court is adjourned. What? December 27th, 10:28 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Oh, that was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth. I've seen worse. Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there. What? Oh my fucking word, cat. Okay. Larry was at the lake that night? Yes. He said he went looking for the steel samurai balloon that flew into the lake. All right. And he found the balloon and the air tank that night. Oh, sorry. And he found the balloon and the air tank that night? Well, not the air tank. We found that. Hello, Maya. Do you not remember any of this shit? Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth. Huh? You say something, right? Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong? It's nothing. How about speak your fucking mind so I can defend you properly and make sure you don't get put in jail? Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. What's that? Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon? Oh. When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really. Oh, so he wasn't holding it from the start. The other guy was holding it from the start. I see. Right. Yeah? This might be our chance. Our chance? Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials. Perfect trials? He's told you about this before, moron! Perfectly prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has let someone he hasn't even talked... What? Wait! Ma'am! Hey! Okay, you're gonna be a butt. Bye. He has let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before. He has let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry. What are you getting at? It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right? That's right, Nick! No 10-minute trial this time. We'll make this one for all it's worth. Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15! Everything depends on Larry now. This seems like a good place to wrap up. I'm getting tired.